G'day guys, it's Phantom, and today I'm going to be talking about the new Drake album For All the Dogs, or as some people might say, Fat D. This is the new studio album from rapper, singer, whatever you want to call him, artist. This comes after his collab album with 21 Savage, Her Loss, which I thought was okay. If you saw my review on that, you will know more of my thoughts on that album. His other two albums, obviously Nevermind and CLB, Certified Lover Boy, I did not like those albums. There was a few songs on CLB that I liked, but as an overall album, it was kind of bad. Honestly Nevermind was just terrible. You can also see my review on that as well. But this album, I was expecting some old Drake, as he's been teasing. I was expecting some more and better songs and writing and production on this one as well. But what I got was another Her Loss, but without 21 Savage. There is a 21 Savage feature, which I'll talk about in a bit. But this album was like okay to kind of good, but it's not as good as his other albums. In context, my favorite Drake albums is If Reading This Is Too Late and Take Care, and a bit of Views as well. But this album as a whole was just okay. It has more flops than bops for me. But let's talk about the things that I like. I'm not gonna go into each detail with like each track because his album is 23 songs long, being 90 minutes. There is a lot of long songs and quite few short songs that I'll talk about. But the things that I liked was some of the vocal performance from Drake were really good. He did mix his R&B and rap style throughout the album. Let's talk about the tracks that I liked though. Amen with Teezo Touchdown. I listened to his new album that dropped. It was very good. And Teezo Touchdown on Utopia, I thought was fantastic. I don't think I talked about him too much on my Utopia review, but it was easily one of the better features on that album, and here he may be the best feature on this album. The song is heavenly. Obviously, it's called Amen. Another track that I liked was First Person Shooter with J.Cole, who was a very, very strong feature. Probably my favorite. Obviously, with J.Cole on a feature, he won't disappoint. This song overall is really great. Although the starting part I took a bit getting into, but as the song got more and more into the track, I did like it more. The two songs, 7969 Santa and Slime You Out with SZA, I thought were two really great tracks as well. Slime You Out was the lead single for the album, which was really good as well. I just thought that was a bit too long though, but overall the track was really, really great. Track 11, Tried Our Best, I think is a top tier Drake song. It is amazing. He has his R&B, and it is fantastic. Drill Picasso as well is one of my favorites, as well as Members Only with PARTYNEXTDOOR, which is also one of my favorite tracks on the album. A lot of people are hating on this track. I can kind of see why, but I love it. It is great. Although the starting lyric I thought was kind of weird. It didn't really make any sense. Please tell me why October isn't a good month for Drake. Tell me, because I don't know the context. Also, I really liked What Would Player Do. It just missed a future feature, which would have elevated that track better. Track 17, 8 a.m. in Charlotte. I mean, the time thing with the location series with Drake is easily one of the best track series from any artist. He brings a great flow. He always brings a great story, and that track is one of my favorites as well. And that's about it from best tracks. I can kind of see why people like Rich Baby Daddy with Sexy Red and SZA. To be honest with you, if Sexy Red wasn't on that track, then it would have been a great song, because SZA brings just the vibes, and I love it, and I love SZA. She is, please, it's attractive. Another feature that I thought was pretty good as well was 21 Savage. Although that track, I'm going to start going to negatives now, that track was too long, especially that 2-minute yapping section from whoever that was arguing, talking about whatever. Literally 2 minutes in the middle of the track. Not even like at the start or at the end. I'm like, why? Please like release a version without that so that I can put it on my playlist, because I liked it. I just thought that Drake was like, Kendrick made a song about an arguing session. I think I might do that. It doesn't work. All the negatives that I have, starting with that, and then going down to Daylight with Adonis being a feature for some reason. I'm like, it's fine that you can put your child on a song. Even though it's like kind of cringe, some artists do it, and it kind of works well because of the era that they were in when, you know, they were releasing tracks like that. But it is kind of cringe, and his performance was not very good. Even though that you're like, yeah, he is 5, but it just don't. Also, I don't give a floobity doobity with Yeat. The start of that song was pretty cool, the production on that, and then we just get a jump scare of Yeats going boobity doobity 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 boobity boo, whatever he's talking about. I just don't see Yeat as a good artist at all. I mean, like, yeah, he brings like the cool like bangers, the cool flow, but he just doesn't say anything. It just doesn't sound good. It's kind of like Cardi in the way like he raps and just the feel. Yeah, it's getting more modern of artists sounding like that, but it's not good. Just stop meat riding him and Cardi, because they're not good artists, like, at all. And I know that if Vamp's watching this, they're gonna complain. I don't care. They're not good artists. This is a terrible track, and that's that. The interludes as well, I thought were pretty weak. I don't really like interludes anyway. There's a few interludes that I like, but I just don't like them. Screw the World and BBL Love. There's a weird title for a track, and interludes, just please stop. Chief Keef talking about salsa once again. What's his deal with salsa? Please tell me. Bad Bunny and Gently. Another terrible track. I don't like Bad Bunny. He's extremely overrated. One of the most overrated artists of all time. And Drake putting on the accents. Just stop. Lil Yachty did drop one of the best albums of the year earlier this year, but he went back into his old style. It just wasn't good, and the last 2 tracks were kind of mid as well. The length of the tracks on the albums were either too long, a little bit too short, which was a bit of a shame. I'm like, it's also kind of expected from a Drake album. He has long track lists with long songs that doesn't do anything. Some of the productions all sound the same, most of the productions being from Tay Keith, who just puts on the same instrumental. It's kind of like DJ Khaled puts on the same instrumental. But yeah, overall, this album was maybe mixed on some people. Some people would be glazing Drake, saying that he's the greatest artist of all time, this is his best drop, or people saying that is his worst album, or in between. I think it's kind of in between. It is okay, but it's not at the level as his previous albums have been. He just puts too much long songs with too much filler, and some production and lyrics that is cringe and just repetitive. That is just annoying, and I just need him to stop, please. But I'm also glad that Drake is taking a break from music for a bit, because he needs that time to think of something new to talk about instead of just his same old relationship issues. I just wanted old Drake, like he promised, but he didn't deliver. Most of the features outshined his performance, and his solo tracks weren't all that, apart from a couple. But yeah. This album was just okay for me. what were your thoughts on it? Leave it down below. And yes, have a good one.